Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals.
Ready, set.
Now they try the right side here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Completes it to Aguilar. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Check 43. You draw Porter.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pilot, 64, reach. We got 4. We got 4. Shoot. 61, matchbox, lights. Look at me. Go. Hit it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one pulled in by Rudolph. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And James has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First down, Philadelphia.
On the set.
22's coming, Mike. I got you.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop.
Twenty-two's coming, Mike. Let's go, D. Let's go. Switch. Wide. Get wide.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First down, Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 25 yards that time. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Murray now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long, and he's going to go down again. Derek Barnett, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game, 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. This is taken at the 23. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Set,
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 37. Switch.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Come on, 51's the mic. Bring it. 51's the mic.
Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Check. Lucky.
And to give this time to the tailback. Still churning. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock. 2nd quarter. 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Yo.
To throw again on second down. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. We own it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Check 4.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Pick your game up. Right here, guys.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Murray going to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Rock it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw here. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. good positioning, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing now is Murray. For the left side, it's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go, man.
From the gun on third down, Murray looking for Campbell downfield, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Sanders. On a man down, and it's Sanders. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready to break. 50. Mike 50. You got nothing to do. You got nothing. Snap.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
70, Indy. 80 weapons. Strip that ball. Shoot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bilal Nichols in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, orbit.
Looking to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff looking right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Come on, let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Pass 6-6. Pull it high. Yep. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You're out. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw here. James has got it. Complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Watch the pass. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end right. Tight end right. We got 3.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Protein spill.
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal.
Who's your forfeit? SOS.
Going for it with Sanders. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray throwing on second down. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Under 10. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
61. Max Fox.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Coming to you.
1st and 10 at the 45.
On first down, Pollard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Let's go. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First throw now for the backup Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Another run by Lindsey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
What we got?
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew